Hi guys, I'm Mr. Razor, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you my January 2021 setup. This time, I know I really am getting a bit behind since it's already January, but the good thing is that I still got it done, and at least it's still the beginning of the month. Getting my 2021 setup kind of pushed things back a bit, plus lots of days filling shifts at work with people always calling out here and there while we are already like short staffed, which sucks, but at least I'm making good money. Well, it's like enough to keep myself and this channel going, so that's been taking up a lot of my time. But anyway, enough with the details in my life. I'd like to wish y'all a happy new year, and hopefully things will get better. And let's get right on with my January setup here. And here I am using my Sharpie S-gel pens. I know in my last video I had some trouble getting my 1.0 millimeter tip Sharpie S-gel to work, but the rest of them are still doing perfectly fine. Though I am actually still using my 1.0 one to create the straight lines against my ruler that you will see in just a bit with my next spread. It's kind of weird because on its own the 1.0 skips quite a lot, but when you put it up against a ruler it actually runs quite well still. I don't really know what's up with that, but otherwise I still love my S-gel pens. But then I still have my Pigma Micron graphic pen for backup for any super thick lettering. Mostly I will be sticking with my S-gels though in this setup. So starting off with my cover page here, which easily reveals my new font that I am using that influences the overall style that I implemented into the spreads that you will see in a bit. I call this the bamboo font, though it is also quite similar to like a Greek font or crosshatch font. Or with just a short description, it's an overlapping line font where the lines will exceed past the joining points or parts of the letter. This font is pretty freeform and adjustable with the angles the letters are positioned at, as long as the lines are crossing over at the joints of the letter, which is the main style that is special to this font and what creates this so-called theme style that I will adhere to my monthly spreads to. That's all that really is needed to make the font work. And on that note, on to my next spread. I got my calendar, which features a very basic grid calendar setup with only those inner lines and no outer line to connect that to the style of the font with the extended open lines. It's very straightforward with an additional note section added to the right hand side as to my preference to fill in all that extra space. However, you can always use that, feel free to use that free space that you have with whatever you want from some personal trackers or simply doodles. Now with my next page here, with my YouTube plan, film, edit, and post page, this is the page in which I list the titles of each video that I will most likely be posting within the month, alongside rough dates around when I would get to each part of that video. For this spread, it's basically one giant grid, but with a new title space for each video, which splits each one off into its own section. And how I fill it out is pretty much how it's laid out, with the title of the video ideas in the top section, then the dates next to their respective task. And then over on the other side, I got my finances page, where I list out all my payments made and weekly income. Those two are listed in the first half of the page. Then I got to my two columns for my expenses at the bottom, for listing out all the expenses I will be making during this month, quite obviously. And to see how much money I've added to my savings, I always have a spot for listing my starting and ending balance to see where I'm at. I know that with the little money I'm earning now, it's not ever really gonna pop up too much, but every little bit counts, and eventually the numbers will build up. I know I keep spending too much money on stationery, but I don't really mind, because I always want to keep finding new deals to share with you all, and sharing lots of awesome stationery finds, and just simply letting you all know that there are so many good deals out there, and always tons of sales, so you don't ever really need to pay full price for stationery. And I always gotta have like some coupon or some kind of sale before I buy anything. And I really hope to help you guys also get some good deals to save money, while also getting all the stationery that you want. Now, with the idea of saving money, I always save lots of money on groceries by tracking the weekly sales going on each week with my weekly grocery sales tracker here. Groceries are like literally on like one of the easiest ways to save money, as there are always tons of sales all the way around the year, from fruits and vegetables, meat and seafood, and all the way around to those crackers and drinks that you like to snack on. For me, I always keep my eye out for those sales on vegetables and fruit, as I'm basically always on a diet, and luckily there will always be some kind of produce sale, since it's produce and grocery stores are always working to pump out their stocks and of seasonal produce, since if they don't sell them, they lose money. So it's always good to keep an eye out for those produce sales. And also, another grocery tip is to always look for those marked down goods while you're in the grocery store, as most of the time they are really good. There are always really good deals at like 50% off or even more, and they are just about all the products are just about always still good for another few days, weeks, or even months, depending on the product. For those of you who are quite tight on budget these days due to all the stuff happening in this world with the pandemic, I highly recommend this spread, as it can really help save you lots of money. And moving on to my next spread here, I got my sleep tracker page. Very basic as usual, just a graph to track the hours I slept each night. My nights are always shoved around here and there so much with my hours of sleep, always dragged left and right. So this page always comes in handy, as I try to make sure I get at least a few hours of good sleep in the middle of the night, so I have enough energy to get through the next day. And here we arrive with my mood and habit tracker pages. I have moved back to separating my mood and habit tracker pages onto their own pages, as I did in the past before the few setups in my last journal. This is because I wanted to have a bit more space to create the spreads with this crosshatch style, and also because I do have more pages in this journal than my last journal, so I can spread things out a bit. And for those of you who are new to my setups, I typically use 3 basic symbols to track my moods. First being the plus for positive, minus for negative, and a wavy dash for an okay regular typical day. Keeping it down at 3 keeps things nice and simple and not have to think too much when filling out this page. I know that there are those who like to have like the whole range of moods for every kind of mood that exists out there, but for me, I don't really want to think too much about it. I'm just like, it's either a good day, a bad day, or an okay day, and then put it down. And to quickly go over the habit tracker, it's a page of mini calendar grids using the crosshatch overlapping line style. And in each square, if the habit was completed on that respective day on the grid, which again is just like a mini calendar. So I will fill it in with a plus sign if it was completed. I decided to go with a plus sign as the filler symbol, since it matches quite nicely with the style here. And moving on to some more fun spreads, I got my songs and lyrics page of the month. With the song page, here I like to list the top songs on my playlist, or maybe some new songs that I catch onto that I like. And to go with that, the lyrics page is where I write down some of the lyrics that are fun, or lyrics that really like hit a spot when I listen to that song. Whether it's like a fun, catchy phrase, or one of those lines that really reflects something in your own life and describes it in a way that works so well that you never thought of before. Kind of like lines. I'm sure that many of you guys have like those songs that the lyrics just hit that right spot, and that you like to have it saved on your favorites playlist. And so that's kind of basically what the lyrics page is for. I know I always love it when I find new songs and new lyrics that are super fun and creative to lay back and relax to. So these two pages are really great for that. Now with some more entertainment pages, including one completely new page I've added, I've got my movies and TV shows page of listing the movies and TV shows that I've watched this month. And then I have that all new page for writing down all the YouTube videos I've watched this month too. And now you're probably wondering how I will be writing down all the YouTube videos I've watched. And to clarify this point, I will only be writing down like the big videos that I watch by my favorite YouTubers that I always go back and watch their full length 15-20 minute videos. For example, I love to watch lots of videos by Eric the Electric, who does massive eating challenge videos. And also, I love to watch videos by the one and only Mr. Beast with his crazy out of the world videos. I'm not writing down every little 2, 3, 5 minute little short videos, or those little seconds I view a video just see what it's about. So I hope that clarifies the intentions for this YouTube page. And again, just quickly going back a step, the movies and TV shows page is a grid to list down and keep track of all the movies and TV shows I will be watching throughout the month. And last but not least, these last two remaining monthly pages are basically two brain dump pages retitled, with half being 2021 plans, goals, and resolutions, and the other half being for random thoughts. I've been working the past few months to come up with some more fun brain dump pages without calling it a brain dump page, and relating the page to whatever is in season for that month. And for January, with the new year, everyone's making their list of what they plan to accomplish in the new year with those new plans, goals, and resolutions. I am leaving this page open and blank, as again, it is like a brain dump page, but with a theme, and I'll just be listing out things I want to do and get done and achieve this year. And the random thoughts page is basically exactly what it is, a page for random thoughts. Next up, we still have our weekly spreads. I am sticking with my one-page spreads, as I really don't have too much going on other than work, and more work. So nothing too much to write in on the side of my days. So the one-page spreads are perfectly fine by me. The first page is a bit more compact, since I combined the first 2 days of the month with the following week, since I had enough space to do so, and to not have like those lingering 2 days on its own page. Then the following pages, I filled up the page with one full week for each page. And with the pages in the middle of the month, I slightly shifted the Sunday in the month and week header to give a more centered look to the layout. And as I wrap up this setup, for this last page, I did decided to let the Sunday have its own top section of the page since I ended up having the space for it. Plus I put in a nice big Happy New Year to wrap up the month. So I hope you guys all enjoy this monthly setup and the font, theme, and style. I hope that you gain some inspiration from the setup to use in your own journals. I will be uploading a video showing this entire font in the next week or so. And again, since my manager at work keeps on scheduling me way more than I want to be scheduled at work, so that's been dragging me quite a bit with getting all my videos filmed, edited, and posted. But I will always be working as fast as I can to keep posting up more content as soon as I can. So I always try to create very straightforward setups that are very basic and simple that anyone of any level of bullet journalist, artist, level of creativity can all use. Feel free to use these examples as a base to start off your own. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and make sure to hit that like button if you did, and subscribe to my channel with notifications on to get notified when I post up new content. I also do lots of other videos aside from bullet journaling that include lettering, art, and drawing, stationery hauls, and unboxing videos. Plus I do lots and lots of giveaways. One of my giveaways just ended, but make sure to stay tuned as I will be having another big giveaway coming up very soon. I have over $1,000 of stationery supplies to give away from all of my stationery hauls. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Also, come by and check out my social media for even more content and updates on projects that I'm working on. So once again, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I wish you all a big Happy New Year, and I'll see you in another video.